Yes, I am live now. Welcome once again to another new video. This is Santu Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. Good evening to everyone. Good evening everyone. Do join quickly, and in this YouTube video here I will be covering the previous year questions of MP set for the upcoming MP set exam. I will be covering the previous year questions of MP set. Do join quickly and let me share the link in the Telegram channel. Those who have not joined yet the Telegram channel, you can join the Telegram channel. You can search by the name Santu Sahu UGCNet. Okay, you will get the updates regarding the classes. So yeah, please do let me know if everything is okay. If the PPT is okay, the PPT is visible and I am audible and visible to all of you. Please do let me know. I think everything is okay here. Good evening everyone. So here in this YouTube video I'll be covering everything is okay. Is it? Those who are new, you can join the Telegram channel Santu Sahu UGCNet, then you will be updated regarding the classes. Usually I take class after 9 p.m. daily. Okay. Good evening everyone, Saurabh, Subhangsu and everyone. So in this YouTube video here I will be covering some important MCQ questions from post-colonial literature. Do join quickly. Yeah. Let them join. And those who have not joined it, you can watch the session. It will be available in the playlist. It will be available in the playlist. You can watch the sessions as well. Is everything okay now? Is everything okay, Subhrangshu and Saurabh? Everything okay? So let's begin the session. I don't want to waste your time. Let's begin. I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty, and I must be sailing in the sea of life. So let's begin the session here, and here is your first question. So you can see that I'll be covering some important MCQ questions, all PYQ questions. This is the part 2. Okay, yesterday I had made part 1. So in that part 1 I had discussed already 30 important PYQ questions for the upcoming MP set, and this is the part 2. Let's moving to the question number 1 here. Okay, here is the, so you can see here I have already launched, okay, this UGCNet JRF WB set, okay, mock test series. 10,000 MCQ series will be given here. So course fee 1799. Don't miss this golden opportunity. First 10 students will have to pay here 1499. Okay, and you can contact me. Feel free to contact me here. You can reach me at this number 8252079065. Okay, छोटा सा advertisement भी हो गया. 10,000 mock test series. Okay, you are getting first 10 students getting at 1499. So let's begin here. And here is the first question. Okay, now tell me, dash was a movement of poets who propagated a unique Australian poetry which would depict the distinctive Australian natural landscape such as the desert and the bush in Australian terms. Okay, dash was a movement of poets who propagated a unique Australian poetry which would depict the distinctive Australian natural landscape such as the desert and the bush in the Australian terms. I hope you have understood the question. The movements name are Jendi Orobek, Negritude, Harlem Renaissance, Black Art Movement. So which one would be the right answer here? A movement of poets who propagated a unique Australian poetry which would depict the distinctive Australian natural landscape such as the desert and the bush. Yesterday I had discussed bush poets, Banjo Patterson, important bush poets, remember? Bush poets, okay, from Australia. So here, okay, so Banjo Patterson, okay, is the famous, okay, the most renowned bush poet, Banjo. Okay, everyone right here. Saurabh is the first one, then Anandita, everyone. So it is not Negritude movement, is Black Harlem Renaissance. Negritude movement was heavily it was influenced by Harlem Renaissance, and the Black Art movement, they are from African. So here Jendi movement, that is from Australian. So this one, A is the right answer. Everyone right here. The Jendi movement was an Australian literary movement of the 1930s and 1940s whose white members, mostly poets, sought to contribute a uniquely Australian culture through the integration of indigenous Australian subjects, that is Aboriginal. Okay, Aboriginals. Okay, Aboriginal. Aboriginal. ठीक है. So at indigenous Australian subjects, language and mythology, the movement's stated aim was free Australian art from whatever alien influences trammel it. Okay, free Australian art from whatever alien influences trammed it and create works based on an engagement with the Australian landscape and an understanding of Australia's history and traditions, primal and colonial and modern. So they were thinking about only about the themes that will be related to Australian landscape. They were denying the influence of the white. The work should be based on the engagement of Australian landscape. As is a poem by A.D. Hope that is a sarcastic and captivating poetry. Okay, Aboriginal Australia, Africa, Australia, Arrival. A famous poem here. Dash by A.D. Hope is a sarcastic and captivating poetry. Dash by A.D. Hope, the Australian, okay, the Australian poet here, A.D. Hope, famous one. A.D. Hope, famous Australian poet. A.D. Hope is a sarcastic and captivating. A.D. Hope, sarcastic and captivating poetry. Each, you should know the poem. You should know the poem because it is very important. Aboriginal Australia, Africa, Australian Arrival. What would be the right answer here? Dash by A.D. Hope is a sarcastic and captivating poetry. Here, Aboriginal Australia, Africa, Australian Arrival. What would be the right answer here? Okay, tell me. Tell me. Let me see. Okay, how many of you are able to answer these questions correctly? Let me see how many of you are able to answer these questions correctly. Okay, do answer. Do answer. So here, captivating, sarcastic and captivating poetry. Excellent, excellent, Subhrangshu. Excellent, Subhrangshu. This is Australia. Excellent. Australia is a poem by A.D. Hope. Excellent. A.D. Hope has written Australia, the poem. Okay, that is sarcastic and captivating poetry actually. So Australia by A.D. Hope. And this is how it begins. A nation of trees, drab green and desolate grey, in the field of uniform of modern words, darkens her hills, those endless and outstretched paws of sphinx, demolished or stone lion worn away. So this is the first stanza of the poem Australia by A.D. Hope. Excellent, Saurabh, Subhrangshu, everyone. Okay, A.D. Hope. So here A.D. Hope has written Australia, the poem. Excellent. Margaret Atwood. It is Margaret Atwood won Dash Prize in 2000 for her novel The Blind Assassin, where Iris Chage also is the character. Iris Chage, Laura and Iris appears. Margaret Atwood won Dash Prize in 2000 for her novel called The Blind Assassin, the Commonwealth Prize, Booker Prize, International Booker Prize, Nobel Prize. Margaret Atwood, the tell me. Margaret Atwood, the Canadian novelist, okay, the Canadian novelist won Dash Prize in 2000 for her novel The Blind Assassin. Okay, is it a Commonwealth Prize? It is International Booker. It is not Nobel Prize. The International Booker Prize, Commonwealth Booker Prize. So Commonwealth Prize. So it is actually right answer actually here, and that is Booker Prize. Okay. Margaret Atwood won. This is a Booker winning novel. The Blind Assassin is a Booker Prize winning novel that was published in 2000. Blind Assassin is actually, you see, a novel by the Canadian writer Margaret Atwood. It was first published, okay, by Maclean and Stewart in 2000. The book is set in the fictional Ontario town of the port. It is in Toronto. It is narrated from the present day, referring to a previous event that span the 20th century, but mostly 1930s and 1940s. It is a work of historical fiction. The Blind Assassin is a historical fiction with the major events of Canadian history, forming an important backdrop. For example, Ottawa Trek and Communist Rally. By the way, Ontario is the fictional setting. Okay, can be found in Blind Assassin. And here is another slide. You see that the work was awarded the Booker Prize. It was awarded the Booker Prize in 2000. Okay? The novel's protagonist is Iris Chage. I told that Iris Chage and Laura. Her sister is Laura. So Iris Chage and Laura, the protagonist, novel two protagonists, Iris Chage and her sister Laura, grow up well up but motherless in a small town in South Ontario. Again, as an old woman, Iris recalls the events and relationship of her childhood, youth and middle age, including an unhappy marriage to Toronto businessman called Richard Griffin The book includes a novel within a novel, The Eponymous Blind Assassin, a roman clip attributed to Laura but published by Iris Chase. At the end of the novel, we came to know. So the book includes a novel here within a novel. Okay, so within that novel, the here Laura is actually writing that novel, The Eponymous Blind Assassin, a roman clip attributed to Laura but published by Iris. Epic, a novel within a novel. Okay. It's a drama, a play within a play like Pyramus and Thisbe in Midsummer Night's Dream. In Midsummer Night's Dream, we find Pyramus and Thisbe. They were rehearsing Pyramus and Thisbe. Okay, for the wedding of Duke, that is Theseus and Hippolyta. On the marriage ceremony, on the wedding ceremony of Theseus and Hippolyta, they are going to perform Pyramus and Thisbe in Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay, so the arts, that's why that is a play within a play. Here it is a novel within a novel. Okay. Okay. Margaret Atwood's The Journey into the Interior is a monologue, dramatic monologue, elegy, epic. Margaret Atwood's The Journey into the Interior is a dash. It's a poem actually, it's a monologue, a dramatic monologue, an elegy, an epic. Margaret Atwood's The Journey into the Interior is a dash, is a monologue, is a dramatic monologue, is an elegy or an epic. So the blind assassin actually Laura Chase and Iris Chase. It is also historical fiction set in Ontario. Set in Ontario. And it's a novel within a novel. So here Atwood's The Journey into the Interior is a monologue, dramatic monologue, elegy, epic. Okay. Is it epic? No. So here it is actually a monologue. Okay, it is a monologue. The journey into the interior is a monologue. Okay. Margaret Atwood's The Journey into the Interior is a monologue. Got it, everyone? It's a monologue. Here you will find Ruins of a Great House is a poem written by Brathwaite, Derek Walcott, Alan Carnau, David Duke. Ruins of the it is actually a monologue. Okay, monologue by Margaret Atwood. The Journey into the Interior. Okay, The Journey into the Interior is a work by Margaret Atwood, which is a monologue. Here, The Ruins of a Great House is a poem written by Brathwaite, Derek Walcott, Alan Carnau, David Teo, who has written the poem called Ruins of a Great House. Here, what is the right answer? Okay, someone is saying here that is B. Okay, yes, definitely, I'll be telling. Okay, so here Derek Walcott has written Ruins of a Great House. Okay, Ruins of a Great House. Ruins of a Great House is a poem written by Derek Walcott. Okay, and you see Derek Walcott's poem Ruins of a Great House, that is published in 1953, is set in an old dilapidated mansion on a lime plantation in the Caribbean, built during the colonial era. The speaker walks through the grounds of the manor, contextualizing its decay against the backdrop of its violent and oppressive imperialist past. So, Ruins of a Great House, published in 1953 by Derek Walcott. Next question here. The Canadian literature was founded in. Here. Okay, and that should be 58. Okay, 1958. Chalo. Okay, 1958. Okay, 1958 is the right answer. ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग में क्या होता है? ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग में क्या होता है? ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग में कैरेक्टर इन्वॉल्व होता है, ठीक है। लेकिन इंटर और एनी जो मोनोलॉग है उसमें कैरेक्टर इंक्लूड नहीं होता है। ठीक है, आई विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल। Kannada literature was established in the autumn of 1958 by Roy Daniels and George Woodcock at the University of British Columbia. In the here, what I was talking about, which one? Monologue, na? Question was, what was the questions? Monologue and dramatic monologue. Okay. So what is monologue? Monologue में क्या होता है? Audience, that is externalizing the thoughts. Monologue में क्या होता है? The character is externalizing their thoughts so that the audience can witness the experience. That is otherwise mostly internal. Whereas dramatic monologue is involving what? Dramatic monologue is involving one character speaking to another. One character is speaking to another is dramatic monologue. One character is speaking to another. Okay, so the involvement of the character, one character is speaking to another. Whereas monologue is actually the character is expressing his or her thoughts. Okay. So that the audience can understand, audience can hear what, or audience can witness the experience what the character is saying. So in dramatic monologue there is the involvement of the character. Got it? So Canadian literature was established in the autumn of 1958 by Roy Daniels and George Woodcock at the University of British Columbia. Okay, next questions. Dash is the rejection of a single or unified identity and a preference for multiple cultural locations and identities. Hybridity, ambivalence, mimicry, binary opposition. Dash is the rejection of a single or unified identity, rejection, and preference for multiple cultural locations and identities. Is it hybridity? Is it ambivalence? Is it mimicry or binary opposition? Which one? Do the right answer here. Do like the session as well. Let me see how many were able to understand the questions. Okay. Understand the question, try to understand the questions, what the questions are saying. Yeah, exactly, I was just looking for that. Yeah, hybridity, excellent, Saurabh. Here hybridity is the rejection of single or unified identity, isn't it? Hybridity, hybrid mixture, and a preference for multiple cultural locations and identities, that is hybridity, isn't it? होमी के भाभा, okay, होमी के भाभा, ठीक है। होमी के भाभा has given the concepts, okay, hybridity, the post colonial, ठीक है। होमी के भाभा has given the concepts of hybridity, ठीक है। चलो, dash can be described as the process of settlement by Europeans in Asian, African and South African territories. Okay, and these concepts are given by actually Edward Said, ठीक है, Edward Said in Orientalism. So in that book, okay, Edward Said has given the concepts. Okay, it was published in 1978. So dash can be described as the process of settlement by Europeans in Asian, African and South American territories. You will be reading, okay, studying in your PG. Edward Said's Orientalism, probably, ठीक है। Dash can be described. Okay, let me clear here. Okay, dash. Okay, yeah, it is excellent everyone. It is colonialism. Colonialism can be described as the process of settlement by Europeans in Asian, African and South American territories. Here Karnad has introduced the two talking dash. Okay, two talking dash in the text of Hayabadana to comment upon the changes that appear in Devadatta and Padmini after the interchange of heads between Devadatta and Kapila. Greece Karnad has introduced the two talking of which toys, dolls, music and drums in the text of Hayabadana to comment upon the change that appeared in the body in Devdatta and Padmini after the interchange of heads between Devdatta and Kapila. Did he introduce toys, dolls, music? Okay, got it. Excellent, excellent. So he had introduced dolls. Karnad has introduced the two talking dolls in the text of Hayabadana to comment upon the changes that appear in Hayabadana. Then Devdatta and Padmini after the interchange of heads between Devdatta and Kapila. Excellent. So dolls is the right answer. Whose use of the female chorus as Padmini's mask is a novel feature in the masking tradition of India. Whose use of the female chorus as Padmini's mask is a novel feature in masking tradition of India. Whose use of female chorus as Padmini's mask? Padmini appear in which work? Is a novel feature in the masking tradition of India. Question number 10 is on your screen here. Yeah, Padmini. Who used a female chorus as Padmini's mask? Greece Karnad. Whose use of the female chorus as Padmini's mask? 10D. Okay, he was saying Saurav is saying D. Karnad. This one. Check. Next question. Dash is a style of thinking, a form of representation that created opinions, ideas, and images of the non-European culture in racialized ways. Diaspora, Occidentalism, Orientalism, Nationalism. And in that book, okay, he has given the concepts of Occident and Orient. Okay, Occident and Orient. Dash is a style of thinking, a form of representation that created opinions, ideas, and images of the non-European culture and racialized ways. A form of representation that created opinions, ideas, and images of the non-European culture in a racialized ways. Okay, excellent. So here they were talking that the Orients are inferior. They are inferior, isn't it? Yeah, this Orientalism and the non-European Orientalism. Excellent. Orients are inferior. Okay, they are uncivilized. They are inferior, uncivilized. And in which book? The name of the book is Edward Said, isn't it? Edward Said's book, that is Orientalism in 1978. So in Orientalism we find the concepts of Occident and Orient. Okay, 1978 book, that is you have Orientalism. Okay, as deals with the theme of completeness. Yeah, excellent, Praveen. Yeah, Hayabadana, Jajati, Tughlaq, Nagamandala. Dash deals with the theme of completeness. The theme of completeness. Dash deals with the theme of completeness here. Hmm? Hmm? Is it B? Just the theme of a film, no? Anyone? Hayabadana. Hayabadana is the right answer. Okay, isn't it? Hayabadana. Hayabadana. Theme of competence can be Hayabadana. It is not Jajati. Okay. The only character that achieves unity is Hayabadana, but he becomes complete only as a horse, not as a man. Okay, the only character that achieves unity is Hayabadana, but he becomes complete only as a horse, not as a man. Hmm. That's why Conrad is using suggesting the completeness is left to beings that are divine, while humans work at and ultimately fail to achieve a true sense of completion in their identities. That is here. The theme of completeness can be found in the work Hayabadana. No. Hayabadana is the right answer. Hayabadana. Okay. So, whose use of the female chorus? This question is asked already. Bernard has introduced the two talking this also dolls. Same questions are repeated here. Dash is a play written by Old Soinka. Dash is a play written by Old Soinka. The road, the stone angel, the stone the Habadan. क्या हुआ में? Easy one. Here the options like you will be able to answer it very easily. The options are easier options here. Dash is a play written by Old Soinka. Dash is a play by Old Soinka. Hayabadana deals with the themes of completeness. He became a complete horse. No, स्टोन एंजल कैसे होगा? स्टोन एंजल by Margaret Lawrence. Margaret Lawrence has written Stone Angel. The Road is a play by Old Soinka. Old Soinka has written the play called The Road. Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence. Dash draws inspiration from a 1940 novella by Thomas Mann called The Transposed Heads. Everyone knows. Hayabadana, The Road, Our Country's Boot, The Stone Angel. Have you understood, Subramsu, what is monologue and dramatic monologue? Monologue, each intended for the audience. Okay. In the aside, the character is saying, expressing his thoughts, okay, ideas or her, but it is intended for the audience. Whereas in dramatic monologue, there is the involvement of the character. One character is speaking to another. That is dramatic. Draws inspiration. How can you say here the transposed text? Why Anandita? Why you are saying? So you see here, Anandita, why you are saying that you can't see the transposed heads? Transposed heads are transposed, isn't it? Hayabadana, isn't it? Hayabadana. Hayabadana draws inspiration from a 1940 novel. Thomas Mann. Thomas Mann's The Transposed Haste. Hayabadana is the right answer. Remember, this is the one inspiration that Karnad has to. Margaret Lawrence, The Stone Angel, was published in 1964, 1965, 1966, 1967. Margaret Lawrence, The Stone Angel was published in Margaret Lawrence, The Stone Angel was published in 1964. Okay, 1964 is the right answer. 1964 is the right answer. And here is the explanation. The Stone Angel is a novel by Canadian writer Margaret Lawrence. Sorry, it is 1964. First published in 1964 by the Maclean Stewart. It is part of the best known of Lawrence series of 5 novels set in fictitious town of, okay, that is Manitoba. Okay? This is the fictional setting, the town of the Stone Angel. Yeah. Manawaka, Manitoba. Okay? Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence. Dash is set in the fictitious town of Manitoba in the early 1960s. The Stone Angel, Things Fall Apart, The Kite Runner, Arrow of God. Who has written Kite Runner? It is a work by Khalid, isn't it? Afghan American writer Khalid Hosseini. Okay, Khaled, Khalid Hosseini has written the Kite Runner. Kite Runner. The Stone Angel is the right answer. Excellent, everyone. The Stone Angel. Margaret Lawrence, The Stone Angel is set in a fictitious town called Manawaka, Manitoba in the early 1960s. Here the Kite Runner, who was the Kite Runner? Khalid Hosseini. Khalid Hosseini, the Afghan American writer. The Afghan American writer. Okay. Khalid Hosseini has written the Kite Runner. And you see, things fall apart, no longer at each, an arrow of God. Things fall apart. Things fall apart. Then no longer at each. Then you have arrow of God. This is from the African trilogy. By whom? By Chinmay Achebe. Chalo. The Stone Angel is a novel. This one, it is perhaps the best in Lawrence series of novels set in the fictitious town, African trilogy. Excellent. So there is Manawaka, Manitoba. Excellent, so everyone here. Trilogy and the two. Excellent. In parallel narratives set in the past. So here the Stone Angel, you see, in parallel narratives there is, okay, set in the past as well as in the present day. Okay? Stone Angel, excellent, everyone. The past and the present, early 1930s. The Stone Angel tells the story of Hagar Curry Sipley. Sipley is the, okay, character. In the present, 90-year-old Hagar struggles against being put in a nursing home, which sees the symbol of death. This is a narrative alternates with Hagar looking back at her life. This narrative alternates with Hagar looking back at her life. So here past and present parallel narratives. Two parallel narrative sets in past and present. And here the Hagar Curry Sipley. In the present, 19-year-old Hagar struggles against being put in a nursing home, and she is seeing it as a symbol of death. And there is a flashback technique. That Hagar is looking back at her life. Flashback technique. So, in the room of women, the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo, which from the Wasteland, the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, The Hollow Man, The Journey of the Magi. In the room, the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo, each from the Wasteland, the last song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and The Hollow Man, and The Journey of the Magi. From which work of T.S. Eliot we find here this important line here in the room? The Wasteland, the last song of J. Alfred Prufrock, The Hollow Man, and The Journey of the Magi. What would be the right answer here? Okay, Subhrangshu. Okay, Anindita is the one who gave the answer first, then Subhrangshu as well. So Anindita, Subhrangshu, all of you right here. It is actually the last song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Okay, everyone right here. The last song of J. Alfred Plutarch is the right answer. Excellent. Eliot uses the phrase twice, okay? In line 13 and 14 and line 35 and 36. Okay? Eliot uses the phrase in the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. So in line 13 and 14 and line 35 and 36 twice he has used this. The repetition of this phrase shows that the women are on Plutarch's mind and it is something that he feels concerned over and pays attention to. Okay? Here why here use this term epiphany. Everyone knows here. This is the simple question here that we know who knows it here and answer it. The epiphany is particularly associated with Charles Dickens, Theodore Dreiser, James Joyce, and Margaret Mitchell. Margaret Mitchell. Who is associated with the term here epiphany? Epiphany. Do you know what is epiphany? Do you know what is epiphany? What is epiphany? That is a moment, isn't it? Epiphany is a moment. It's a moment of sudden. It's a moment of sudden and great revelation. Revelation, or you can say realization, isn't it? A sudden realization. A moment of sudden and great revelation or realization is known as epiphany. So it can be found in the novels of James. बहुत मारेंगे शुभ्रंशु एक बार बोल रहा है कि ये in the novels of James Joyce, Ulysses, okay, in James Joyce, Ulysses, okay, Ulysses, yeah, a moment when a character had a sudden insight, yeah. Then why you are saying Charles Dickens? If you know epiphany, okay. Leopold Bloom, okay, Leopold Bloom, ठीक है, Leopold Bloom. So here James Joyce, the epiphany here 20 season did here. The fictional protagonist of Leopold Bloom is a fictional protagonist of Ulysses, isn't it? Excellent, Saurabh. Little Gidding forms a part of prelude, Don Juan, 4 quartets, Caliban upon. Little Gidding forms a part of the prelude, Don Juan, 4 quartets, Caliban upon Setobus. The prelude was published in 1850, okay, isn't it? 1850. It was published posthumously. Prelude. Don Juan is an epic satire by Byron. Then you have, okay, got it. Now tell me, now 2 options are here. Caliban upon Setobus by Robert Browning. Remember here, this work is by Robert Browning, isn't it? This work is Robert, Robert Browning. Okay, this is a lesser known work. Caliban upon Setobus is a poem written by British poet Robert Browning. It was published in 1864. Dramatic and Dramatis Personae collection. Okay. It deals with Caliban. From Shakespeare's which one? Shakespeare's Tempest. It deals with Caliban's Shakespeare Tempest. Caliban upon Setobus. Okay. So we had 4 quartets. Little Gidding. 4 quartets. T.S. Eliot. So in these questions, we came to know many things. Okay, that prelude published in 1850 posthumously. Prelude. Yeah. So it is actually by whom? Who has written prelude? Okay, 21D. Saurabh is saying 21. No. It is 21D. It is 4 quartets. Little Gidding. Dry salvages. Okay, dry salvages. Burnt Norton. Okay. First you have like 4 quartets, 4 works. Burnt Norton, and then you have dry salvages. Then you have a Little Gidding. Okay, these are works of 4 works, including 4 quartets by T.S. Eliot. And here 4 quartets, Don Juan by Wordsworth. Little Gidding by Wordsworth. Prelude. a growth of a autobiographical one, growth of a poet's mind, isn't it? Published posthumously in 1850. And here is the little getting, you see, East Cooker, the dry salvages, little getting, and one here Barn Norton. The first poem is Barn Norton, second poem is East Cooker. Yeah, then dry salvages and the little getting. What became for quartets? First poem is Barn Norton, isn't it? Barn Norton is the first poem. The second is East Cooker. Okay, the second is East Cooker, and the third one is the dry salvages, and the fourth one is little getting, and the fourth one is little getting. So these are four that contains, that is within that four quartets is a set of four poems by T.S. Eliot. Okay? And this poem here, Caliban upon Sitabus, is a Caliban upon Sitabus is actually a poem by Robert Browning. Remember this poem also. Okay? Chalo. And Don Juan is an epic satire. The best lack of all conviction, while the worst are full of passion and intensity, occurs in a poem by Ezra Pound, W.B. Yeats, W.H. Auden, T.S. Eliot. I know this question is important. Yeah, these questions are very interesting questions. Okay. The best lack of convictions, while the worst are full of passion and intensity. I should have changed my YouTube channel name as that is English Mock Guru, isn't it? English Mock Guru. No, I will not change it, by the way. So the best lack of all conviction, while the worst are full of passion and intensity. Excellent. Okay, someone is saying T.S. Eliot. No, it is not T.S. Eliot. It is not T.S. Eliot. C or D. It is not C also. It is not C. It is not D. So Saurabh and Ananda, it is not C. It is not D. Then you have Ezra Pound and W.B. Yeats. The best lack all conviction. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passion and intensity. So these are the lines are from actually here William Butler. It's the second coming. The second coming. Subramsu, everyone has said A, B, C, D. So the second coming is the answer. And here is the first stanza. You see, the second coming by William Butler. It's here in the first stanza at the end of the turning in the widening gale. This is the opening. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. The mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood dim tide is loose, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passion and intensity, are from the second coming William Butler Yeats. Okay, the title has been taken from, and Chinua Achebe has taken the title in Things Fall Apart. Okay, from this poem by William Butler, it's named as the second coming. Okay, that is here. You see, things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Here, W.H. Auden's Mujidi Wakes Arts. If you have time, read this poem. Okay, if you have time, okay, read the summary as well as the poem. Okay. This is a fantastic poem here. Yeah, the title Things Fall Apart has been taken from, Saurabh, the title has been taken from the second coming William Butler. It's exactly, Saurabh. So here W.H. Auden's Mujidi Wakes Arts contains a reference to the legend of Hercules. Okay. Yes. Why are you confused? Okay. Yes, the title has been taken from this line. Read this poem. Mujidi's Bakes Arts. Okay. Okay. Fantastic one. Okay. You will come to know the myth of Hercules, Icarus, Atlas, Oedipus. Which myth? W.H. Auden's Mujidi Bakes Arts contains a reference to the legend of. Okay. These are classic works. W.H. Auden's classic poem here. Which one? Ananta, are you there? Okay. So here it is Fall of Icarus, isn't it? No. Fall of Icarus. But do you know the story of Fall of Icarus? Fall of Icarus is the right answer, isn't it? Fall of Icarus. Who flew high above in the sky, okay, and then it is Yeah, so yeah, follow Icarus is the right answer. Follow Icarus. Yeah, Greek myth. Yeah, read also. Yeah, and due to read the follow Icarus. Okay, Icarus. Yeah. Icarus has wings. Okay, read also. Read. Yeah. Yes, they are the painting. Okay, you can find okay also painting in that the description of okay in the poem as well. Read the myth of okay Icarus, painting by Peter Bruegel. Excellent. Yeah. Read the myth of Icarus. Follow Icarus. Okay, his father. Okay, his father told him not to fly so high. His father told him not to fly so high, but he did not okay listen to his father's words. At the end, okay, he falls. At the end, he falls into the sea. Porphyrious Lava by Robert Browning is an ode, a ballad, a dramatic monologue, an elegy. Okay. Mm-hmm. He had wake swings. Okay, he had wake swings. No, it wasn't. He had wake swing. That's why it was melted. Okay, when it was going high above. Okay, it was melted. Icarus had okay wake swings. When it was going above, okay, it was heat of the sun, it was melted. Yeah, dramatic monologue. Porphyrious Lava by Robert Browning is a dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue. Okay. And here is the explanation. Porphyrious Lava. It first appeared in 1836. Is one of the earliest and most shocking of Browning's dramatic monologues. The speaker lives in a cottage in the countryside. His lover, a blooming young woman named Porphyria, comes in out of the storm and proceeds to make a fire and bring cheer to the cottage. The speaker lives in a cottage in the countryside. His lover, a blooming young woman named Porphyria, comes in out of a storm and proceeds to make a fire and bring cheer to the cottage. Michael Henchard is a character in Richardson's Clarissa, Fanny Burney's Evelina, Hardy's The Mayor of Casterbridge, George Eliot's Middlemarch. Michael Henchard. इसने उसको बीवी को क्या करा बीवी के साथ क्या करे थे उसने What did he do with his wife Michael Henchard? In the novel of and his wife was Susan, isn't it? Susan was the wife, isn't it? चलो चलो okay 25 here 25 okay yeah Mayor of Casterbridge Hardy's Mayor of Casterbridge okay here again the advertisement is required okay 10,000 mock test series लेना है तो ले लो golden opportunity here you can contact me in this number you can reach me at this number first speech this one okay past 10 students will have to pay here 1499 these questions will definitely help you to crack the exam okay for the upcoming UTC and WBC exam I'll be providing you 10,000 plus MCQs each mock test series, okay, in the form of Google form. Slots are limited. Okay, do join quickly. Poetry is a criticism of life, says Philip Sidney, Matthew Arnold, William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge. Poetry is a criticism of life here. Poetry is a criticism of life. Poetry is a criticism of life. Poetry is a criticism of life. Matthew Arnold, everyone right, excellent. In the study of poetry. In the study of poetry. In the study of poetry, Matthew Arnold has given as tell the study of poetry, that is poetry is a criticism of life. Which of the following works is not by Gerard Manley Hopkins? The Dynast, God's Grandeur, Pied Beauty, Felix Randall. Okay, everyone right here. Now tell me 27 question is on your screen. Which of the following works is not by Gerard Manley Hopkins? You should read the questions very carefully, okay? Isn't by Gerard Manley Hopkins. God's Grandeur, Pied Beauty, Felix Randall, and the Dynast. Do like the session as well. Those who have not joined it, you can join the Telegram channel, that is Santosh Sahu UGC. Those who are new to this channel, you can join the Telegram channel, that is Santosh Sahu. Okay. UGC net. (27) is here. I earlier discussed these questions. Okay, I told that Dynast is actually a one-act drama. The Dynast is actually a one-act drama. One-act drama by whom? By Hardy. By Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy has written that Dynast is actually a one-act drama, whereas God's Grandeur, Pied Beauty, and Felix Randall, these are all poems by Gerard Manley Hopkins. Okay? Whereas the Dynast is actually a one-act drama by Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy has also written a prose drama that is not for acting, it is only for reading. So the Dynast is actually an English language prose drama in verse and prose by Thomas Hardy. Hardy himself described this work as an epic drama of the war with Napoleon in the 3 parts, 19 acts and 130 scenes. Okay? So this is actually a prose drama, not for acting but for reading. The Dynast by Hardy. Hardy has also written the drama called the Dynast, that is dealing with here an epic drama of the war with Napoleon in 3 parts. Remember that. Title Far from the Madding Crowd is taken from. Everyone knows this is an easy question here. The title Far from the Madding Crowd is taken from the Pope's Rev of the Law, Grace, Elizabeth in a Country Churchyard, Dryden's Religio Laici, and William Cowper's The Task. The title Far from the Madding Crowd is taken from Pope's Rev of the Law, Grace, Elizabeth in a Country Churchyard. Then you have Dryden's Religio Laici, and you have William Cowper's The Task. The title Far from the Madding Crowd is taken from. Okay. It is nothing to deal with Rev of the Law, nothing to deal with as well Religio Laici and Task. Everyone right here. Show here Grace, Elizabeth in a Country Churchyard is the right answer. The title Far from the Madding Crowd has been taken from this one. So here B is the right answer. Excellent, everyone. Moving on to question number 29 here. Which of the following works is not by Jane Austen? Sense and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey, Rebecca and Emma. Sense and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey, Rebecca and Emma. So you see, Sense and Sensibility is the first novel. Please remember that the first novel of Jane Austen is Sense and Sensibility, published in 1811, and the second novel is Pride and Prejudice, that is published in 1813. So the first novel is you have Sense and Sensibility. Yeah, got it, everyone. Subramsu, Anandita, and Saurabh, everyone right here. It is Rebecca. Rebecca is the right answer. So you should remember that Sense and Sensibility is the first novel by the Regency period novelist Jane Austen. Okay, and first novel it is that was published in 1811, and the second novel is 1813, that was called as Pride and Prejudice. Okay, after 2 years it published Pride and Prejudice. Northanger Abbey was published along with Persuasion. Okay, Northanger Abbey, that is published posthumously along with Persuasion. Northanger Abbey and Persuasion, they published posthumously. But the first novel, Sense and Sensibility. Okay, and what is the first title of Pride and Prejudice? Pride and Prejudice. Okay, first title each first impression. Pride and Prejudice, that was published in 1830. It has the title. The first working title was First Impression. First Impression was the first working title of Pride and Prejudice, and you need to remember that. Okay, Jane Austen's Mansfield Park. Jane Austen's Mansfield Park can be seen as a post-colonial study. Okay, Jane Austen's Mansfield Park. Remember that Mansfield Park. Okay, Mansfield Park. Remember this. Jane Austen's mother novel Mansfield Park can be studied from the perspective of post-colonial. Okay, post-colonial study. Okay, it can be studied as post-colonial study. Mansfield Park. Okay, this is the point. Sense and Sensibility. First novel. Second novel, Pride and Prejudice, published in 1813. Okay, Northanger Abbey and Persuasion, they collaboratively published at the after the date. Okay, this is a posthumous collections, whereas Mansfield Park of Jane Austen can be studied. Okay, as a post-colonial. And Rebecca, here Rebecca is actually a novel by Daphne D. Maurier. Okay, by Daphne D. Maurier. Daphne D. Maurier has written Rebecca. Rebecca is the novel by here. Gothic novel. It's a Gothic novel. It's a Gothic novel. Rebecca is actually Gothic novel by Daphne D. Maurier, and here is the explanation. You see, Rebecca is a 1938 Gothic novel written by English author Daphne D. Maurier. The novel is depicting an unnamed young woman who impetuously marries a wealthy widower before discovering that both he and his household are haunted by the memory of his late first wife, the title character, that is Rebecca. So they are being haunted by the title character called Rebecca. Rebecca is they are being haunted by the memory of his late first wife, the title character. So who was the late first wife? The Rebecca. And who has written? This is Daphne D. Maurier. Daphne D. Maurier. It's a Gothic novel. Okay, remember that. 30 here. Pope's satires and epistles. Pope's satires and epistles are imitations of Horace, Virgil, Homer, Juvenal. Pope's satires and epistles are imitations of. Do like the sessions as well, and this is the last question. Okay, this is the last question. I'll be ending here. Okay, I'll be ending here. Do like the session as well. Those who are new, you can join Telegram channel. Okay. No. Pope were heavily influenced by Horace. It is Horace, okay? Horace. It is Juvenal. I think it is Horace, okay? I will have to check it, okay? I will have to check it once more. Let me power total light. Okay, just let me check it. I think it is Horace, but I will have to check it. Okay, just 1 minute. I think it is actually Horace. Okay, just okay, I am giving an extra questions. Okay, in between that, okay, let me check it. Okay. Horace is Juvenal. Yeah. Oh. Options are here. Imitations of Horace is Juvenal, but Juvenal is. But Juvenal is a Roman poet, isn't it? He's a Roman poet. It is Horace. It is Horace. Okay, Horace. The Imitation of Horace were a collection of poems written by Alexander Pope. It is Horace. So Horace is the right answer. Okay, everyone. It is Horace. Okay. Okay. So Anindita, Subramshu, and Saurabh, it is Horace. Yeah, got it. But I know that. But it is Horace. Okay. Pope's satires and epistles are imitations of Horace. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'll be ending the session here. Okay. So, yeah, I'll be ending the session here. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Do like the session as well. Okay. Those who are willing to buy this mock test series, 10,000 mock test series, you can call me in this number. Okay. I'll be providing you 10,000 mock test series, and this is kind of golden opportunity for all the EDC aspirants and WB set aspirants. Yeah, everyone, to get the mock test series, okay, you will have to pay 1,799, and the first 10 students, so you will have to pay 1,499. Slots are limited. You can reach me at this number. Don't miss this opportunity. It will definitely help you to qualify the exams like SET and WB7 and many others. Okay, see you everyone. Okay, thank you. Good luck the sessions as well. Yeah, so let's end the session here.